Today's sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. The atmosphere here, electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Bradley Kenyon to kick off for Tampa Bay.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Taken in the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Devin White.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 27, Carr. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. That's caught inside the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Henry Ruggs with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Raiders have taken the early lead.
Carlson on for the point after.
Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Fields this way up at the 17. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26.
They're on 26-yard line.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. Only a couple there, so he'll be brought down about the 28.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick, and his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory.
48-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On second down, Jacobs. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
The ball carrier.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A Raider first down, 17 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
He may try and run for this. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Derek Carr with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. He hit him earlier in this first quarter with his arm. Now he does it with his legs.
Right now, he's one of those stat stuffers that you see on the basketball court. You know, the guy with points, rebounds, assists, steals. One with the arm, one with the legs. Let's see if he can continue this pace.
And sending out the reminder that, yeah, look, I'm known for having an arm, but I can do it with the legs on occasion when I need to.
Carlson to kick off for Las Vegas.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Their own 23-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the catch made by Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Brady. Quickly to Gronkowski, that's caught. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd down and 3. Now Brady on the bootleg. Sliding, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Corey Littleton came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
3rd down. 3rd and 12.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you come in off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
On 1st down, Carr. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. backfield, complete. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Buccaneers, nothing.
2nd and 7. Now Carr. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be out right at the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Carr now to throw. And he's got the hook up to Ruggs. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 7 yards, the pickup there.
42-yard line.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
I thought when Josh Jacobs was coming out of the University of Alabama, he was an absolutely perfect fit for John Gruden's offense with the Raiders. And it turned out, in this case, I was absolutely right. Led the NFL rookies in rushing a year ago, 1,150 yards. In fact, the only rookie to top the 1,000-yard barrier. And this kid is a workhorse who can carry the football in any situation and catch it out of the backfield.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
39-yard.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Carr completes it. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Back to the running game with Jacobs. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Working with a 2nd and 3. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
It's 3rd down and 4.
From the gun, it's Carr. And that is caught. It's Ruggs. Touchdown, Vegas. Henry Ruggs with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Raiders add on to their lead.
Carlson on for the point after.
Boy, so if you are scoring at home, Charles, and God bless you if you are, but that's now 3 drives and 3 touchdowns.
So in a baseball game, wouldn't that wreak havoc on your scorecard?
Yes.
I mean, with all the action that's happening now, how they got here, whatever cliche you want to bring into it, they're locked into a groove, they're clicking on all cylinders. Bottom line, they're piling up the points.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and which you also have to guard against.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off near the 29.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Second down and 5. Operating from the gun. Carr. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. That's caught inside the 20. He will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Third touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. So on third and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
20-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And now the third-year man from USC, this is Ronald Jones. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
Jones, the ball carrier. The tackle by Demarius Randall. A 4-yard pickup on the play. First down, Buccaneers.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11. Now second and 11 from the 32.
Brings up
on play action, it's Brady.
At the 32-yard line.
This one complete to Scott Miller. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First down, Tampa Bay.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Brings up second and 7 at the Raiders' 35-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And this is caught by Evans. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 12-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. Steps away to his left. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. He's got a man complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Make it 4 touchdown passes now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders are pouring it on.
Daniel Carlson.
One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
First down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Brady. Being chased out left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. He was looking for Mark Ingram there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call. But they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. It's complete. It's Miller. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Brings up 3rd down.
Second down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Brady to throw again. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. Here's Bradley Pena now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. The final shot here before half for Carr. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
With the score.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the first half, no contest. What will the second half bring? as we are back and underway on EA Sports. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
16-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Again, it's Jones. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
2 yards. And it's third down.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. They do go for it. It's Brady. He's got Evans. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
First down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
2 yards.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
Tampa Bay.
Brady now on first down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Carl Nassib in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, that's the second time they've gotten to Brady, and you've got to do it a variety of ways. You want your regular pressure. Sometimes you have to bring extra. But in this case, they got to him, and that just doesn't happen very often.
It's a rarity. He's just such a veteran. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 33, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
Vegas.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. Partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
1 yard on the play.
2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But
and he's moving the run and in for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And this offense is running away with this one.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
The extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will extend this big lead.
To kick off for Las Vegas.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by...
The guy's man, complete. 20, 10, 5. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
To
Mike Evans hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs are able to at least knock this deficit down a bit. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10 at their own 46. He fakes the give here and looks to throw. Forced out to his left. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
3rd quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Brady. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. On 3rd down, Brady. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. He completes it to Evans. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. Brady's throw there complete. That catch good for only a couple.
Brady's pass complete to
2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 37-yard line.
Again, it's Brady. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 27-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Brady now on 1st down. Snead's got it. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. 8 yards to go on 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. Down right around the 25. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. He rifles one that's intercepted. Antoine Winfield Jr. picks it. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. That's deep, particularly the secondary has been picked apart at points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback, get a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran off the field almost chuckling to himself. They finally got one. They finally got me.
The drive starts with a completion left side, and he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back, and they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Buccaneers.
Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Brady looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
3rd down.
Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he picks up the 1st as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Gay is on for the point after.
Well, it's been a tough day, but they finally were able to get one into the end zone, and maybe the offense will feel a little bit better about itself going into next week.
And if you're a coach taking that into next week, I know you're upset, but it is a little bit more respectable, somewhat of a moral victory, right?
Yeah, they probably won't say a lot of that to the team, but it is true. It's something for them to build on, and then they can call their mom and tell her, hey, Mom, for your fantasy points, we got you a few down the stretch.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Carr. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Carr. Trying to get it to Ruggs, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talking about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Good coverage there by Trayvon Mullen. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Brady. Taking it right down Broadway. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Extra point by Carson, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more.
14. Daniel Carlson to kick off for the Raiders.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Their own 23-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
Be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
You're not going to want that feeling.
no, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. He's going to let it fly. This is caught at the 20. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Oh, think the Bucs got it, and they did. Tampa Bay football. So the onside kick is recovered. And, you know, I always thought, Charles, as someone who didn't play these positions, that going over the middle as a receiver or trying to recover an onside kick, those are two very tough things to do.
Takes a lot of fortitude to put yourself in that position, but you have to do it in order to help your team win.
Unable to recover it, it costs them. The kicking team gets the football here. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Brady. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Shotgun now for Brady. Complete to Jones. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. This is Miller, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. Now Brady again. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked.
Brady's pass. Intercepted. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. Celebrate.